Here we go.
All right, let's do this.
Yes, let's go.
Udo Dirkschneider, welcome to the Rockpit here in Australia. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to chat with us regarding the Balls to the Wall Reloaded album. What a wonderful project this is.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Everything fine, everything good. So here we go.
Let's do it. So, for an album that shaped, I guess, my journey into metal back in 1983, to go and reimagine it and to go and give it a new generational life, what was the significance and what was the thought process behind doing that for you?
You mean the Ball to the Wall album Reloaded?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was not really planned to do this, it was more a spontaneous thing in a way, about a lot of people came up, singers, and said, "What you're doing special for the 40 years anniversary of the Ball to the Wall album?" And they said, "Yeah, normally it's only planned to that we're doing a tour for this anniversary." But then the people came up and said, "Yeah, we would love to sing a song, like I like Head Over Heels very much, London Leather Boys and Winter Dreams and all that stuff." So, and then we were sitting down and said, "Okay, what we want to do? Um, um, is that maybe interesting enough, or is it not too critical, to touch the Ball to the Wall album again?" So, and then we were talking with the record company, business, blah, 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 so you have to do this also. And then we were sitting down making up a list. And yeah, and then my son was getting in contact with all the guest singers and see if they're available, they want to do this, and so on and on. But Sven can say something about this, what's going on there?
Yeah, we of course had to get a plan together on how this could work out. I mean, if you feature 10 international touring and still active artists, then this is definitely a task. So and the time frame was not too long. So we had to see on when someone would be available and where could he record. Is he able to record it at home, or does he need to go into a studio? Is there anything located nearby? And all that kind of stuff. So this was a huge process, and I'm really thankful that everyone was so yeah, willing to do this project. D. Snyder, for example, was in the middle of a movement. He moved to a new area in a new house, and he said, "I would love to do it, but I don't have a studio close by, so I don't know anyone here." And we talked back and forth a little bit, and then yeah, he made the effort to find something and find a studio who was able to squeeze him in and record it. And I think the result is outstanding. And same for Joachim Broden of Sabaton. He was very busy with his schedule, and the studio where he usually records at, they didn't have time slots free. And then he talked to them a lot and shifted plans with them so they could squeeze him in because we needed the files at a certain point, obviously, to be able to finish this product. So yeah, that was a big task, and I'm very thankful that everyone was so collaborative about it. And I want to thank everyone who's involved. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, with all the guest singers, the whole album now, in a way, the basics are, we didn't change any arrangement or something like that. But, with the guest singers, this album now has a different character and a different atmosphere. And I think that, for me, that's okay. And I'm happy that we did it.
With all of the different guest vocalists, I mean, was it difficult to try and coordinate who sang which line, which verse, which chorus, and how you split those songs up? Was that something that happened after like a
No,
vocal was delivered, or
no, because we didn't say on what to sing. We asked them to sing and perform the whole song, which was very important for us as well, because we didn't want them to just feature certain parts of the song. We wanted them to make their own version of it. So this is the whole magic what happens on this album, you know, to that they were able to create a version of this particular song which fits their vocals and their characteristics of singing and their phrasing and all that kind of stuff. And that makes it so interesting. And then we
Yeah.
combined it with Udo's voice in the end. So we didn't say please only record sentence number two in, because that's not what you want to do. You know, if you want to celebrate an anniversary and pay justice to one of the biggest and most influential metal albums in the scene, then this would be stupid. You know, like we wanted to have their own characters on each song. And we have the versions here where Biff, for example, sings London Leather Boys as a whole song. And this could have been a Saxon song suddenly. You know,
Yeah.
we sat down and we said, "Wow, this is amazing!" And how cool is that? Or Miller from Creator, if you listen to Fight It Back, maybe put a little bit of different drum groove underneath and make a little bit more thrash metal, and then this could have been a Creator song from back in the day. And that was so interesting and yeah, crazy about it. And that was the whole idea.
Yeah, and I think that that's why I think this album for me it's not a thing that you say, "Oh, Jesus Christ," you know, don't touch the holy cow. No, I
Yeah.
mean that was the that I think that was the thing to do it, you know. And so far we get really good reactions from all over the world, and I think we did the right thing.
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful breath of life into the record. It's certainly, you know, put a different spin. Hearing different vocalists add their thing, as you said, Sven, before, you know, you change little things and it can so easily adapt to the bands that these singers have fronted over the years. And that's, you know, also a testament to the songs themselves. Now, for you
Yeah.
as the drummer on the project, Sven, how much of a were there moments where you went, geez, I wish I could go and throw something a little bit faster, a little bit heavier under it for people like Millie from Creator?
I mean, the thing is that I learned from the original, you know, that in the first place, and it's very important for me as well that when we play accept songs and not being one of the originals because I was not even born, um, for me it's very important to stick to the original as much as possible because that's how the people want to hear it. You know, if I see versions from, let's say, another band out there playing accept classics and the drum groove changes drastically, I think it's just not the right way of doing it, you know? But of course, there is little here and there's where you can throw in your own character on drums as well, you know, which doesn't change the whole characteristic of the song. So I, of course, work very close together with Stefan Kaufmann, who is the original drummer of Accept and who recorded these songs. And he records my drums since yeah, a bunch of years now. And so we did this for Balls as well. And of course, I was nervous to record a track or takes in the studio in front of Stefan Kaufmann. But at the same time, it was very productive because he let me do what I wanted to do, but we had the chance to decide together where it makes sense to change a little bit or to stick to the original because it's very important that this part is the original, you know. And yeah, so that was very interesting for me as well. And I learned a lot again also about the music of Accept. There are certain things as a drummer that you have to know if you want to play it right. You know, there are certain things that Stefan did back in the day which are very different to other drummers. You know, it's he had his own style of doing stuff. And this is especially in detail on the hi-hat work that he did back in the day. You know, this is very recognizable. And if you want to get that right, you have to play it right, you know. And I was very happy that he could show me over the years what is important for that kind of music. And if you hear other drummers, for example, because I'm very close with Creator as well, Jule, the Ventor, the drummer of Creator, he once came up to me and he said, "Oh, I checked out your show with Dirkschneider on the Full Metal Cruise, I think, Wacken Full Metal Cruise." And I have to say that you do justice to the songs. You know, you're not trying to go crazy and do some other stuff what nobody needs because The songs are the songs, and they should stay the songs that they are.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, but for me, I mean, I'm okay, I'm not a drummer and so on, but, except was always like they had a special groove. And this is definitely a Stefan Kaufmann groove, and this is like, yeah, that was also one of the secrets with Accept.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, with a project like this and with the reach and I guess the status and the influence that Accept have had over the years, were there any sort of left of center vocalists that came and approached you and said, "Hey, I'd like to be a part of this," but for one reason or another, it didn't happen? Like
Yeah, I
people
mean,
from
we had
different
we had
genres.
some people we had some people that we wanted to feature. For example, we had Till Lindemann on the list as well, but he came back to us with which is a huge honor for us that he even replied, and he said, "Unfortunately, I had a knee surgery, and when I'm done with this, then I need to concentrate and focus on the next tour." And the next projects that we are doing with Lindemann and Rammstein. So, unfortunately, that didn't happen. And we had Lizzie Hale planned for Turn Me On, and she wanted
Yeah,
to do it, but unfortunately, you know how it is. Like there's managements involved, and there's record labels involved, and they have their release plan of new stuff coming out and coming up. So unfortunately, when we told the management on when we plan to release this album, they said no, it's not possible because we have to have absolute focus on our stuff at that time. So unfortunately, it didn't work out, but I think we found really, really good alternatives, and very interesting vocalists as well. So yeah, but I mean, who knows? Maybe we do a feature with them live at some point if they wanted to sing the song. You meet all over the world,
yeah.
and maybe we do a spontaneous thing with that.
Yeah, I mean, the spontaneous thing was also on the 70,000 tons, what
Yeah.
we did. Then Joachim of Hammerfall, he said, "Oh, I come on stage and sing together with you, head over heels." So, yeah, that was like, we did this song, I don't know, over 20 years ago. I was the guest singer for Hammerfall, and we did together head over heels. He was really like, yes, I really want to do that. I mean, sometimes spontaneous things are happened. I mean, so definitely we do this year. This year I'm completely with years. I mean, yeah, we do Wacken this year, and there are a lot of bands. Definitely Saxon is there, and that maybe can happen that Bits will come on stage and sing with us together, like Leather Boys, or maybe other people are coming. So it's like. We will see, but I think here and there will be some guest singers who they were singing also on this album. They are maybe also coming in and join us on stage.
So preceding, I guess, festival season in Europe, you guys are doing a 32 date tour to celebrate this record as well. Um,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about those shows. I mean, obviously we've touched on the fact that there may be special guests for those shows. Is there a plan to document?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
hopefully.
We definitely should do this. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime event that's happening, and we definitely won't do it a second time. So definitely we are talking to the record label about documenting the whole thing. And could be a DVD, could be just an audio. We don't know yet. I mean, nowadays it's pretty easy to do audio recordings every night when you're on tour. So you can do great mix ups of that as well as maybe the idea of doing a great DVD. Who knows? I mean, we are talking about it, and yeah, we have the European tour coming up right now. We go. Actually, we're leaving tomorrow for
Yes,
rehearsals.
yes.
And then we have the first show in Croatia on the 25th of February, and we do 32 shows until mid-April, all over Europe. And the tour is selling fantastic. We have a lot of sold out shows as well. I just heard that the third show, 3 out of 3 in Spain, are just sold out. So it's really really good, and tickets are moving fast. Everyone wants to see it, and the people can expect something really really cool. I mean, we have I would say the strongest set list together that you can have from Accept. I mean, of course, we play the whole Balls to the Wall album in its entirety, which never was done before.
Yeah.
Very special for the fans, and we have a really good feeling about it. Plus the greatest hits as my dad would say, the hit parade of Accept around it. So it will be, as everyone knows, we play long sets. So it will be long nights and nearly up to 2 hours of music from our side. We have really strong supports with us with Crown Shift, very up and rising band right now, and All for Metal. Great bands, young bands, and different style of music as well, which makes it interesting, I think, for the people.
Yeah.
And we have really good package, and we can't wait to kick off the tour.
Yeah, and I mean, also over the summer, we have some festivals going on. In between, we had to work on a new UDO album also. And yeah, in November, we go on tour in England and Ireland together with Saxon. That will be also a great tour. You know, they celebrate the Wheels of Steel album. We celebrate the Wall to the Wall album. I mean, that will be something in England and Ireland. Then we have some shows left in December. There are some shows are already, yeah, coming up. So, and then hopefully next year we make it to Australia again. You know, we did just 2 shows in Australia, in Melbourne and Sydney. I don't when it was 2 years ago, 1 year, no, 2 years.
2023.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So so we are working on this, you know, that we are coming back to Australia and maybe do some more shows. And everything is already planned, you know. We are working on that. We have to go also to America again, Canada, Japan, South America. At the moment, it looks like that we are with this Balls anniversary tour. Yeah, I think next year summer will be then happen until 2026, you know. And yeah, so it's quite busy.
Absolutely. We are out of time. I really hate to cut this short, but thank you both, Sven and Udo, for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations on an incredible record and a great reworking of a classic. And as I said earlier, it's one of those records that shaped my journey into heavy metal as a preteen, you know. So
Okay.
I do say thank you very much. Balls to the Wall is a very special record for me
Oh, it
personally.
is definitely also I mean, for us, for my career, I can say it's the most important album, you know. So that gives us the worldwide success, you know, this album and worldwide, yeah, success. You can say with this album, a little German band became international, you know. And so here we go, the very important album. So and yeah, here we go.
Excellent. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
Thank you.
tour and all the best. And thank you again for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Likewise. Have a great day or
Will
Thank
do.
evening,
you.
I
Or
believe.
evening, yeah, evening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.